Now we are going to learn three methods to add or subtract the fractions. So method number one, when the denominators are equal. So as you can see, 3 upon 4 plus 5 upon 4, and 4 is the common denominator. So whenever you see a common denominator, you just write that common denominator only once, and don't write 4 plus 4. And you shall write 3 and this plus and this numerator 5 as it is. And we know 3 plus 5 is 8 upon 4. And we can reduce this to the lowest term. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8. So the final answer is 2 upon 1, which can be further reduced as 2. So whenever you see a 1 in the denominator, 1 in the denominator, we can simply ignore that one. But if 1 is there in the numerator, you should not ignore the 1. Remember, only 1 in the denominator can be ignored. 2 upon 1 is the same as 2 divided by 1. And we know 2 divided by 1 is 2. So we can directly write 2 upon 1 as 2. Let's look at another sum. 6 upon 11 minus 2 upon 11. So we can again write that common denominator 11, but only once. And then we shall write the numerator 6, the sign minus, and then another numerator 2. And 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 upon 11. And since 4 and 11 are co-prime numbers, they do not go in the table of any number except 1. So this is the reduced form of 4 upon 11. Method number 2. When the denominators are not equal, we take the LCM of the denominators and make them equal. So let us take this first example. 7 upon 8 plus 3 upon 4. And we know that the LCM of 8 and 4 is 8. Again, just to revise, LCM is that number which is the smallest number that goes in the table of 8 as well as 4. So if I write the table of 8, we have 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16, 8 threes are 24. And if I write the table of 4, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12. So the smallest number common in both is 8. So the LCM is 8. So what I can do is I can rewrite this as 7 upon 8 plus and 3 upon 4. If I want to make this denominator 8, I can multiply a 2 in the denominator and 2 in the numerator also. So this shall become 7 upon 8 as it is from here plus 4 twos are is 8. So now we have a common denominator 8 and 3 twos are is 6. And now we shall take the common denominator 8, write it only once, and we can write 7 plus 6. Taking their numerators and the sign. And 7 plus 6 is 13. 13 upon 8 is the answer. Of course, this is the improper fraction. We can convert this into a mixed fraction also. But this is the answer to this addition. Let's look at another example. 7 upon 12 plus 1 upon 3 minus 5 upon 4. So let us first take the LCM of 12, 3 and 4. Another way of finding the LCM is by taking 12, 3 and 4 together and divided by, let's say, 2. 2 6 are 12, but 3 does not go in the table of 2, so written as it is, and 2 2s are 4. Then again 2, 2 3s are 6, 3 as it is, 2 1s are 2. And then by taking 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 1s are 3, and 1 copied down as it is. So 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So the multiplication is 12. For the LCM is 12. So the idea is make all the denominators 12. This denominator is already 12. So 7 upon 12 should be written as it is. And then 1 upon 3, we can multiply 4 in the denominator so as to make this denominator 12 and 4 in the numerator also. And then 5 upon 4, so we can multiply a 3 in the denominator, 4 3s is 12. And we can multiply a 3 in the numerator also. So we can rewrite this as 7 upon 12 plus 1 4 is 4, 3 4 is 12 minus 5 3 is 15 and 4 3 is 12, and then we can take 12 as the common denominator and we can write 7 plus 4 minus 15, and then using BEDMAS, first we shall add 7 and 4. So 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 minus 15, and we know plus and minus is minus, 15 minus 11 is 4, sign of the greater one is minus, minus 4 upon 12, negative fraction. And then we can reduce this to the lowest term, 4 ones are 4 and 4 threes are 12. So our final answer is negative 1 upon 3. And another method, method number 3, when denominators are not equal, again not equal, we can take two fractions at a time and we can add or subtract two fractions at a time by cross multiplication method or by butterfly method. We shall call this method butterfly method. So let us see what actually is this cross multiplication or butterfly method. So you can observe over here the denominator is 16 and 9 and they are not equal. So what are we going to do is, first we shall multiply 16 and 9 in the denominator, and then we shall multiply 15 and 9 over here, 15 multiplied by 9, and we shall write the sign of plus, and we shall multiply 16 and 2. So this is like cross multiplication, and 16 multiplied by 2, and 16 nines is 144, 15 nines is 135, plus 16 twos is 32. So we have 144 as the denominator, and 5 plus 2 is 7, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 1 as it is. So this is the answer, 167 upon 144. And if this goes in any table, we should reduce this to the lowest term. If it does not go, this is the final answer. So we know that 144 has prime factors like 2 and 3, and 167 does not go in the table of 2 and it does not go in even in the table of 3. So I believe this is the simplified form. We call this as butterfly because it looks like a little bit butterfly. If I put two eyes over here and if I make its antenna, and it looks like a butterfly. At least it looks like a butterfly to me. It may not be for you. So let us do this also with the butterfly method. So what we are going to do is, we're going to multiply 13 and 11 in the denominator, and minus 11 and 11, minus 11 and 11, and then we shall put the sign of minus, and 13 and 10, 13 and 10. So I repeat, if the numbers are A, B, plus or minus C and D, we shall first multiply B and D and we shall write that as the denominator, and then multiply A and D, then write the sign of plus or minus, whatever it is, and then multiply B and C, and then simplify that. So 13 11s is 143, you can do that in the corner. 11 11s is 121, since the first is negative number and the other is positive, the answer is negative. Minus as it is, and 13 10s is 130. Now minus and minus is plus, so we should add 121 plus 130. So we have 1 plus 0 is 1, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 1 plus 1 is 2. And the sign of the greater one is minus. So 251 upon 143. And now we know 143 goes in the table of 13 and 11. So if this 251 goes in the table of 11 or 13, it can be further simplified. Otherwise, it cannot be further simplified. So this shall be the final answer.